As part of Mission Sagar, Indian naval ship Kesari entered Port Victoria, Seychelles yesterday. The government of India in these difficult times is aiding friendly foreign countries in dealing with the COVID-19 pandemic. An official ceremony for handing over the medicines from the government of India to the government of Seychelles was held yesterday. Secretary of State for Foreign Affairs, ambassadors and various other secretaries of the government of Seychelles were presented at the ceremony. In this ceremony, the Indian side was represented by the former Army Chief General Darbir Singh Suhag and the Second Secretary to High Commissioner of India, Mr. Ashwin Bhaskaran. To get more in detail about such important information, let us begin with today's defense updates of 8th of June 2020. Before beginning, I would like to introduce to you that SSB Crack Exams is India's largest, most preferred online defense exams preparation portal. If you're preparing for various examinations like NDA, CDS, AFCAT, INET, Territorial Army, Indian Air Forces, Airmen Group X and Group Y, this particular SSB Crack Exams is your one-stop solution for all sorts of study material related examination content. You can follow us on YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, Telegram, and you can directly visit us through our website learn.ssbcrackexams.com, and you can directly download our app from Google Play Store, where you can have each and every defense related information, examination related study material, and various other important informative content relating to all sort of examinations in your hands. Beginning with the question of the day that I posted on 6th of June 2020, that is day before yesterday on Saturday. And the question was, what is the world's highest battlefield post? I asked, what is the world's highest battlefield post? And many of you have replied this answer in the comment section below, and I'm very happy for that. The answer for this is Bana Post, which is in Siachen Glacier. It is located here in a very strategic position. You can find it here in the actual picture. This hole is the largest top. The Bana top is the highest point in the whole of the Siachen Glacier. Siachen Glacier is the world's highest battlefield, and in the world's highest battlefield, the highest battle post is Bana Top. If you go down, you find here is the Bana Post. This is the Bana Top, and you go more further, you will have the pass known as Billafon La. If you go down, you will have the Sonam Post. All of these are very, very important ones, and all of these are related in the Operation Rajiv. To get more in detail about this, I would like to mention to you that Operation Rajiv was an Indian Army's operation to capture the highest peak in the Siachen area in 1987. Please remember, Operation Meghdoot is something related to the whole of Siachen Glacier, but capturing the highest peak in the Siachen area is related to Operation Rajiv. Okay, Operation Rajiv is named after Second Lieutenant Rajiv, who was in service with the Indian Army, and this is a very important operation. This post, which was there here as Bana Post, it was named as Kate Post by the Pakistanis. This was captured, and this operation by this operation, and this post was renamed as Bana Post. This is very important because this post is a very highest post, and if you are at this particular post, you can have the visibility of the whole of Siachen Glacier, the area, so that the Pakistanis can have an upper hand. They can see where are our Indian troops moving. So in order to avoid all those sort of important issues, we have captured this particular Kayat Post, and we have renamed it as Bana Post. Bana Post is actually named after the Naib Subedar Bana Singh of 8th Jammu and Kashmir Light Infantry, who was awarded the Paramveer Chakra for showing exemplary courage and bravery in this operation. This post is very strategic for our Indian Armed Forces. Beginning with the first and foremost important defense updates is that Philippines is planning to procure BrahMos land-based supersonic anti-ship missile from India. This ship-based BrahMos missiles, these can carry a conventional semi-armor piercing warhead of around 200 kilograms. BrahMos missile is claimed to be fastest low altitude missile in the world, and it has maximum range of around 500 kilometers. BrahMos missile can engage ground targets from an altitude as low as 10 meters for precision strikes without any collateral damage. BrahMos is a joint venture between India and Russia, and this is a very famous and prestigious missile we have with our country. Going on with the next important update is British Army had launched its first cyber war regiment. This is a 3 days back update, and we didn't mention it because we were not sure about the things happening upon, but we are now completely acquired the information about what all things are happening. This is a very new unit known as the 13th Signals Regiment of the British Army, and this is a part of ongoing restructuring of the British Army known as Army 2020 Refined. This is the operation that has been taken up by the British Army to refine all of the armed forces of the British, and these include the creation of a division conducting cyber, electronic warfare, intelligence, information operations, and many other unconventional warfares too. Going on with the next important update is New Zealand military buys 5 Lockheed Hercules planes with $1 billion. These planes will replace the existing fleet of Hercules. They already have the Hercules, and all of these are more than 50 years old and they have to be replaced. These new planes will replace them. Defense Minister of New Zealand, Ron Mark, he said that the new planes will be used for operations in New Zealand, in South Pacific area, and also in the Antarctica. Going on with the next important one is that New Zealand will also take delivery of first of the new C-130J-30 aircraft in 2024, and all of this fleet will be operating by the year of 2025. Next important information is about the Jammu and Kashmir news. Security forces there have launched a cordon and search operation in the Riban area of South Kashmir district, and 5 Hizbul Mujahideen terrorists, including a top commander of the outfit, were on Sunday, that is yesterday, they were killed in an encounter with the security forces in Shopian district of Jammu and Kashmir. If you are seeing the important news, since last 2 to 3 weeks, many of the top commanders of the Hizbul Mujahideen, of Jaish-e-Mohammed, all of these are being executed by the Indian Armed Forces, and this is a very appreciable part that we have to consider. And we have even posted many important updates regarding this. And going on with the next important update is about the talks between senior army officers of India and China. They are going to end with positive trajectory. This has been said but not officially known, because these particular talks, there was no official word on the outcome of the marathon meeting between them, and our Indian side was commanded, the delegation was led by 14 Corps commander. The 14 Corps commander, his name is Lieutenant General Harinder Singh, and is a very important one, is that person who is representing our nation, the Indian delegation from our side. And from the Chinese side, it is South Xinjiang Ministry District Commander is representing there. So both the countries held their first round of talks between senior military officers on Saturday at the Chushul Moldo point along the line of actual control in Ladakh. Going on with the next important update is about Operation Dolphin Nose. National Investigation Agency arrests 53-year-old businessman for leaking vital Navy information. NIA on Friday has arrested a 53-year-old Abdul Rahman Abdul Jabbar Sheikh, a Mumbai resident who is believed to be a conspirator in the Visakhapatnam espionage case. His wife was arrested earlier in the same case, and Sheikh is said to be the 15th arrest made in this particular operation. And actually he was a resident of Agripada in South Mumbai. He's a businessman and runs a firm named SR Enterprises, which exports groundnuts to Afghanistan. He used his wife's phone to share crucial information regarding positioning of Indian Navy ships and submarines at its critical bases. And this is a very important one for us to know. This particular espionage racket was busted by Special Intelligence Branch of Andhra Pradesh Police before, and along with the Naval Intelligence and Intelligence Bureau. So it was Andhra Pradesh Police, the Naval Intelligence and Intelligence Bureau, all of these three were handling this particular operation, but later this operation was transferred to NIA, the National Investigation Agency, and they are going on very swiftly regarding this particular issue. Going on with the next important update is about Operation Samudra Setu. INS Jalashwa, it arrived at Tuticorin with 700 Indian citizens embarked from Maldives yesterday. Thus far, INS Jalashwa has evacuated 2,672 Indian citizens from Maldives and Sri Lanka to India as part of Vande Bharat mission. The embarkation of Indian nationals was facilitated by the Indian mission in Maldives. Personnel were embarked on board after carrying out requisite medical screening. COVID-related safety protocols were also strictly adhered during the sea passage. Going on with the next important update is about Mission Sagar, INS Kesari at Port Victoria, Seychelles. This is what I was discussing with you in the introductory session. An official ceremony for handing over the medicines from the government of India to the government of Seychelles was held on 7th of June 2020, that is yesterday. The deployment also resonates the vision of our Prime Minister of security and growth for all in the region. This is known as Sagar. This is a mission, and this is a mission encompassed, and it is the vision made by the Prime Minister of our country, and it highlights the importance accorded by our country to the relations with the countries in the Indian Ocean region. This is very important and strategic for us to combat the growing Chinese activities, the military activities in particular in the area. Going on with the next important update is about this day in world history, is about the Normandy landings. This is a very, very famous operation in the name of the United States Armed Forces, and these were the landing operations associated airborne on Tuesday of 6th of June 1944, and of the Allied invasion of Normandy in Operation Overlord during World War II, codenamed Operation Neptune and often referred to as D-Day. It was the largest seaborne invasion in history. Operation began the liberation of German-occupied France and later the Western Europe, and laid the foundations of Allied victory on the Western Front. So it was a German-occupied France to combat the German soldiers, the German military in the combat region in the German-occupied France. The United States of America, the UK, France, and various other nations have joined as a complete alliance, and this alliance has launched an operation on 6th of June 1944, and that operation was known as Operation Overlord. Exactly on 8th of June, they have codenamed this operation into a smaller one as Operation Neptune, and they referred this particular day, the 8th of June, as the D-Day, where this invasion was a very largest seaborne invasion. To get in more detail about this particular important historical moment, you can go through the blog and the article we have written there. Now we'll have a very quick review of the topics we have discussed by revising few various important questions. The first and foremost important question is, India and China held their first round of talks between senior military officials on Saturday at which point along the line of actual control in Ladakh? The answer for this is Chushul Moldo. It is Chushul Moldo point where both the nations have held their dignitary-wise talks. Next question is, which Indian Army official participated in the official ceremony for handing over of the medicines from Government of India to Government of Seychelles on 7th of June 2020? And the answer for this is General Dalbir Singh Suhag, PVSM, UYSM, AVSM, VSM. He is the retired person from the Indian Army, and he is the former chief of the Army Staff. Next question is the maximum speed of BrahMos cruise missile. It is Mach 3. Mach 3 means it is 3 times the speed of the sound. The next important question is, Normandy landings were associated with which operation of US Armed Forces? The answer for this is Operation Overlord. Next question is, generally Operation Dolphin Nose that was aimed to crack the Visakhapatnam espionage racket is named so because? The answer for this is that Dolphin's Nose is actually a hill in Visakhapatnam between Yarada and Gangavaram Port. This particular operation, since it is a very important espionage racket, it has to be decoded down in the Visakhapatnam. This operation was named after that particular important hill. Going on with the question of the day, and the question of the day for today is, which was the only Indian Navy ship ever lost in a combat? We had only one Indian ship that had ever lost in a combat. Only one ship we had lost until now. And what is that particular Indian Navy ship, and what was the combat? The answer for this and the explanation for it I will be giving you in the next session. Until then, stay tuned to SSB Crack Exam, subscribe to this particular channel, download our app from Google Play Store, and last but not the least, stay home, always stay safe, eat healthy food, and Jai Hind.